everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new, and welcome to a book haul. I have 2 stacks of books here. There we go. One from charity shops and one from the works because I was left unattended. What can I say? So I'm not going to keep waffling. I'm just going to dive straight in. We'll start with the charity shop books and let's do it. So the first 2 books that I got are sort of on those lists of books you should read before you die. And I have been looking out for both for quite some time, so I was really pleased. I found them for £2 each in Cancer Research. The first one is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. This is book 1 of her 7-book autobiography, where we join her going through her childhood in the Deep South in the 1930s. And she's a black woman, so she has to deal with a lot of racism, a lot of trauma at such a young age. And I think that's why this is such an important read. So it's not going to be an easy read, but I think it's going to be a good read. So then the second book I got was The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat by Oliver Sacks. Now this book has different chapters pertaining to different patients, I believe, with neurological disorders. So you might have some patients that maybe have a memory problem, you have some that have problems identifying people or objects, and apparently this is just a great read. So I was pleased to finally find this. I'll let you know what I think. Then unexpectedly, for £2.99 in Oxfam Books, I found Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Now in this book, in this series, we join Emily Wilde, who is a scholar and a researcher, who's writing in this book the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. Now I have read this by audiobook, and then I read the sequel on Kindle, and I think I enjoyed the sequel more because there's a lot of footnotes and things in these books, and I don't feel that maybe the audiobook gave me as much from it as I would have taken if I read it physically. So I thought, you know what, for £2.99, let's get a physical copy, maybe let's go for a reread and see what we think. But it's a really cute, cozy fantasy series, and you know, she's got rivals in the academic field, and Wendell Bamblebee, love the name, quite a prominent character. Yeah, it says, discover the most whimsical and heartwarming tale you'll read this year, and I think that's a very good way to describe this book. Then this is an author by, I got The Stranger in the Lifeboat by Mitch Albom. This was £1 in the charity shop in Devizes. It just says, adrift in a raft after a terrible shipwreck, 10 strangers desperately await rescue. After 3 days short on water, food and hope, they spot a man floating in the waves. When they pull him on board, the survivor claims he can save them. But should they put their trust in him, will any of them see home again? And why did the ship really sink? It's about hope in the face of danger, and a mystery that will keep you guessing to the very end. I have so many Mitch Albom books, I haven't picked up a single one yet. But I think it's just one of those authors, and I really hope I'm not wrong, that judging by the premise and, you know, what I've heard from the book so far, I'm fairly confident that this is going to be an author that I'm really going to enjoy. So fingers crossed. Then I found Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. And this is just a YA that I've heard so much about. It was 99p in Oxfam Books. It's 200 years since Cinderella found her prince, but the fairy tale is over. Sophia knows the story though, off by heart, because every girl has to recite it daily, from when she's tiny until the night she's sent to the royal ball for choosing. And every girl knows she only has one chance, for the lives of those not chosen by a man at the ball are forfeit. But Sophia doesn't want to be chosen, she doesn't want to go to the ball at all, not when she's afraid the girl she loves might be chosen too. Pushed beyond breaking by a society that denies everything she is, Sophia sets out on a journey that will make her world into one where she gets to choose. I have heard great things about this book, so I was really pleased to finally find it. So very happy with that. Next book isn't in the best condition, but it was 25p, and it's What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey. And it's just a cute little book of, I think, sort of like her take on things, her experiences, and I don't know, encouraging words and things maybe, perhaps, I don't know. I just saw it, I thought for 25p, yeah, I'm gonna pick this up and we'll see. You know, it could be a light and fluffy self-help book. I'm all for those. Let's do it. I found Wish of the Wicked by Danielle Page. Now, I've read from this author I think just not the offshoot books of the Dorothy Must Die series, which I really enjoyed. Really enjoyed. So when I saw this book, I thought, oh, recognise that author, let's give something else a go. Everyone knows that the fairy godmother helped Cinderella get to the ball, but no one knows why until now. There is a lot on the back here, but I think we are talking fairy godmothers, magic, and it just looks pretty good. Is this an arc? It's an arc. It's an uncorrected proof not for sale. I never pick them up with charity shops because I don't think they look at the books enough. But for some reason, I just love getting arcs, and it just really pleases me and excites me. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, but anyway, pleased I found that. Then I actually found a hardback, Eric LaRocca, and this is Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke and Other Misfortunes. Not an author that I don't know, it's signed by the author as well. You're kidding me. This was in a charity shop. £3. I didn't even notice it was signed. It's an author that I've heard some amazing things about, but just not gone down that route. I am absolutely stunned. I had no idea it was signed. I was excited enough it was a horror from an author that I've heard of from BookTube all the time. So yes, it's 3 devastatingly, beautifully written horror stories from one of the genre's most cutting-edge voices. What have you done today to deserve your eyes? It's going to be a creepy read. I'm so pleased I find it. What I find is this. Oh, happy days. And then I got 3 books, and I can't remember, I don't think I put them in a video haul, but I might have mentioned them in a vlog, and I apologise if I do, but I don't remember doing so. I got Great and Precious Things by Rebecca Yarros. This was an author buy because I really enjoyed Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Yes, I'm one of those, I did, and I don't mind. I did enjoy them, and I will be continuing the series. How do you define yourself when others have already decided who you are? So it's about Camden, who comes back from the war without his younger brother. And then it's about, okay, so he's got to go back and speak, I believe, to his father that he didn't have a good relationship with. And there's a romance in here as well. We'll just give it a go, okay? It could be that I love her fantasy and I don't love her normal fiction, but we'll see. We'll see. I finally found The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I've been looking for this book for ages, and I don't know anything about it. It's one of those, the cover looks awesome. I've heard just amazing things about this book. I personally haven't come across anyone that's hated it, only people that have loved it, and I thought, whatevs, let's do it. Do we have any information about it at all? No. There's a funky map. I will look into it, okay? Look, judge all you like. I was just intrigued, okay? And then I found Giant Days 2, which is brilliant. This is about university students, continuing their first semester at university. They're finding themselves, they're making friends. They're such lovely, lovely girls. I really enjoyed the first one, and I love the illustration style and things, so really pleased. You don't often see graphic novels in charity shops, but I mean, it was £4 in Oxfam Books, and I'm really happy with that. So now we're going to go through the books that I got in the works. Yes, there's quite a stack. Yes, there's a couple of series here, and yes, you can judge all you like, I don't mind. We're going to start with Done and Dusted. Now, I've heard mixed things, mainly good though, I will say, probably like 75% good. And I don't know if I've ever read a cowboy novel before. A cowboy romance, so I thought, oh, do you know what, why not? But it looks like we join Emmy, who has had an accident, had to go back to her hometown, and she meets Luke, who's a bad boy, and I'm assuming these are those two. So I just thought it'd be an easy, quick read, to be honest. We'll give it a go. Then I got Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. Again, I don't know much about this book, I'm sorry. This was an author buy because I've read 2 out of the 3 books in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and I really have enjoyed both. So I'm optimistic I'm going to read Final Offer soon and enjoy that. So I thought, let's continue with the author. Bit of a chunky romance, don't know how I feel about that, but let's give it a go. I get the impression, though, this is, yeah, so there's a billionaire in this again. That's obvious. It's obviously that kind of style of romance. And you know what? I don't hate that. I don't. I got The Graham Effect by L. Kennedy. Now I was sent this on my Kindle from NetGalley to review. It's a hockey romance. I've been really enjoying these so far. And I thought for £3, let's just get the physical copy and just see what we think, okay? I'm quite excited. And I don't actually think I've read any L. Kennedy yet. Not that I remember, but one of those romance authors I hear about all the time. So I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. Then I got a series. And this is just because it's all over BookTube all the time at the moment. And then I found out one of them at least is a hockey romance. And I was like, yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, and look how pretty they are, okay? They were in the 3 for £6 deal as well. So add on another book with these and one other, it was £12. And then on top of that, I had about £4 on my works card as well. So I was happy. But yeah, I don't know a lot about them. I think, oh, this is the first. So this has got bull riding in it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I want to see what the hype is about. And as I said, they're very pretty. They're pretty. Let me just go with that. I have 3 more books. It's another series. Again, part of this was hockey. Do you mind? Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say good morning? Do you want to say good morning? He's such a pickle. Anyway, one of these was a hockey romance. I think one's basketball and one's baseball, I think. And there's this series. Is it the Windy City series? Something like that. But look how pretty the spines are, let alone anything else. They are chunky romances. I know they were £5 each. But I've heard amazing things. Again, this one, I don't know if I've heard any bad reviews at all. And I'm getting into sports romances, which I never thought I would say. I'm like one of the least sporty people in the world. But I'm really happy with these. So that's my haul. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Somebody dared to walk past the house, by the way. I do apologise. Let me know if you've read any of those, if you have, what you thought. If there's any of those you would like me to vlog reading, let me know. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.